Gonna let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lag.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Hey, keep it up.
Stick.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
There you go. Go ahead.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Goodwin able to hold it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Past the 20. And across the trunk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 43 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. He's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
13.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run with Breida. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Here we go.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Third and long for Winston. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 11.
Record. Check 31.
Hey, go.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd and a yard, Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
I got you. Let's go. 11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne, 43 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Final play of the half here, Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
One, Omaha.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 30.
Entering, attention, pop up, the connection to your peer has been lost, exit game. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options, quick matches selected. At New San set. Start time option is set to 8:15 p.m. Searching for opponent, estimated wait time. Opponent is ready.
Bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And look at this, right away a loose football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down.
54, right there, 54. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Nick Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play, and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave them the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here we go. 180.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Check. Lucky.
11. Watch out. Check, Mike. 50.
Play action. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 52 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check. Watch 54. You got nothing.
From the 27, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. They set up the screen to Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Nick Bosa able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
You can't stop me. Go 14.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson dancing to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Open man is born. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
First down, San Francisco.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 65. 21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 2nd down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Let him know.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Stepping up, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check out. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, alert.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, come on.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the North. Because we thought it would be a tough division coming into the season because I felt like you could make a case for everyone but Detroit when the season began. Now
this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 to score as they begin 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Push him back. Push him back. Shit.
That hunt.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go. Jump.
Go ahead.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their 1 loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Watch safety creep.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo finding Bourne here over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Go, go, go. Check it back, check it back.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 10-yard line.
First and goal, San Francisco.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And this is good. Robbie Gould knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Post-game Game report. Finish game. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options. Quick match. Arizona Cardinals. Jackson, San. Start time option. Searching for opponent. Estimated wait time 10 seconds.
You're
Entering, still searching pop-up. We are still searching for an opponent. What would you like to do? Continue.
still searching, hey?
Entering, still searching pop-up. We are still searching for an opponent. What would you like to do? Continue. Entering, still searching pop-up. Cancel. Yeah, New Orleans Saints. Yeah. New San Francisco. Start time option is set to 4. Searching for opponent. Estimated wait time 30 seconds.
What's cracking? Nigga inviting niggas to these dry parties. You don't even be saying shit. Oh, they glad, nigga.
Searching pop-up. We are still searching for an opponent. What would you like to do? Continue. Opponent is ready.
See, man, I knew that shit, man. Start making this shit. And I know how to charge and shit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We still team.
Entering instant depth chart. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for. Entering friendly
You want to
quit
get a
pop-up.
friendly
Your
quit? I don't
opponent
get
has
no
requested a friend.
weak ass cowgirl fans, no friendly quits. You quit on your own. I don't give y'all so. Maybe if you wasn't using the gay ass cowgirls, maybe I would have thought about it. I don't fuck with no cowgirls. Y'all ain't getting no friendly quit. Never quit. Sorry ass cowgirls.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that's... second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope.
Entering cancel
Wait,
pop-up
nigga.
waiting for your tourism online game. Cancel. Entering
quit, nigga.
attention pop-up.
Get no cowgirls, no easy dubs. Hell no.
Entering online hub screen. You have quick match. Matchmaking 30. Atlanta, San Francisco 49ers.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna play with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time.
Like start time option is searching for opponent estimated wait time 30 seconds. Opponent is ready.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coats. Oh no, I could be number 2. MVP to me.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check. 42's the mark. And we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 12. Rush in.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey! High 7. 9:42.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dean Lowry showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go, here we go.
22 yards. And the 49ers.
12.
Now it's Breida. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Breida. And an alley to run. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Man open, it's Goodwin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Switch it. Go ahead.
And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stump them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
13.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
21. Here we go. Check three. Hey, Haywood!
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up.
We remind you that coming up at halftime,
all you got is cheese, huh?
That's
all you got, huh? And the dog, huh? That's all you got, huh? You deserve to play like how you do. You deserve it. No skill. Congrats.
Last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
26.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Bravo.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to loft one, and he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham, 30 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final.
On it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. A big play there just before halftime. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Got the connection here. That time.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatch.
What happened, Mr. Mid Blitz? What happened, Mr. Mid Blitz?
First and goal to go at
what happened?
7.
What happened, Mr. Mid Blitz?
Go ahead.
Hey, keep him that way. I'm coming. I'm coming your way. I'm coming your way. Coming your way. Wherever you at, that's where I'm coming. Mr. Mid Blitz.
49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne as the first half is winding down. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Mid Blitz, wherever you at, that's where we coming. Mr. Mid Blitz. Mr. My defense is better than my offense. H-back Dobbin ass. Get a new team. You ain't gonna be H-back Dobbin with them. Weak sauce. Weak sauce. Weak sauce. You ain't gonna be H-back Dobbin with them, boy.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 63 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
Motion. Reset. Stop Mike 42.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 15 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short, Rodgers got a man. That's Allison. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Rodgers going to throw again. He's got Lewis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come.
And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, gun. Mike 42, Mike 42.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Garoppolo now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Open man is born. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
One, Omaha.
They'll try to run with Breida. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't find.
To throw is Rodgers. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Rodgers now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Rodgers to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On first down, it's Coleman. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 50. 2.
They run with Breida. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
11. White.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... Oh, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
I'm going to come back to you.
Get 300.
What can Rodgers do now with his drive? He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And that will be incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Now come on out here, come get some. Hey, Delta.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180. Check. Mike 42. Here we go. Hatchet. 65. X3. 218. Chopper. Check three.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can.
Good game, Cheeser. Good game, Cheesehead.
But get him out in the open field.
Good game, Cheesehead. You made me sting. Good game. Should have kept abusing that weak ass single back slot shit. Should have kept abusing that shit. Should have kept abusing that shit. Good game though. Bum ass nigga. Mid blitz. Good game. He ain't got shit besides them 2 cheeses.
Including us on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? Tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Post-game report players' cats. Finish game. Entering online hub screen, you have 5 options with matches selected.